Okay, here we go. Card to Hanky, my rendition. Sir, please, select the card. King of Hearts. Good card. Now, to make sure this is the only King of Hearts, we're going to put Vinny on here because there's no spectator. Now, I'm going to take the King of Hearts, place it on top of the deck, right here. Now, I'm going to bury it right there in the center of the deck, okay? Now, take the handkerchief. Place the cards on a handkerchief just like this. So, you can hold everything if you like, okay? But you're not here, so just let me bring everything here together. I'm going to give a couple of tugs. And you notice the card comes out of that handkerchief. I want to show you that there are no dupes. And there's your card. This is card to Hanky. Okay, this is the explanation, my handling of card to Hanky. First of all, we need a handkerchief. I'm using a small one here, but you can use any silk hanky. Silk hanky works the best, I think. Now, you have a card selected, and in this case, I had the King of Hearts selected. And the card goes on top of the deck. Now I'm going to use a control. It's an old gambling control that was popularized back in the late 60s, early 70s by Harry Lorraine. And it's the hot move. But it's not Harry's. It's just that he popularized it. And I added a little touch to it, and I'll show you as I go along. Now this is what the move looks like. I'm going to leave the card face up. I'm going to cut the cards any place. And you notice my left hand turns palm down. As I bring my left hand up, I bring the king with me. I bring everything in the right hand. And as a little convincer, I just kick this card here and slap the pack down on the deck. So it gives the illusion that that's a king going in the deck. I'll do it slow now so you can see it. Now I'm going to cut. You notice the left palm turns down. As the hands come together, I bring the card with me into the right hand, kick here, and the king is now on top of the deck. So, let's do it at speed so you can see it in action. This is what it looks like. And believe me, you could, if the you can have the spectator hold their hands out, you can cut the cards right in their hand. They'll never see it. It's a really underused move, and I think it's a really, really powerful move in card magic. Now, the second move is it's called the Action Gambler's Top Cop by Glenn Morphew. And this is how it works. In the performance, it's like you're going to do a, let me see, like an Elmsley count. You're going to push one card to this. As you push the deck down like this, you cop the card. And I didn't do this on the demo. What I did was I dropped this down, immediately cop that top card. I'll show you again. Here, cop the card down as the handkerchief comes over. So I got the card. But if you're working in a restaurant or table hopping, I didn't do it here. You kind of turn your body a little bit to the left as you drop this down. As you drop this down, now your hand would drop. But the table is too high here, so I didn't do it in the performance. So you would be in the cop position. So one more time, it would look like this as you come away. But it's hard with this high table. In the performance, what I did was I just come down, I cop the card, and immediately put the handkerchief over the cop card. Now the card is in this position, and you can have the deck placed down. And really, in real life, you pick the handkerchief and card up. You can even have the spectator hold it while you gather up the corners of the handkerchief. And it's a matter of just pulling the card out. Card comes out, and there it is. Okay, for the next effect is another small packet effect, and it's a wild card. I call it Wild Time Revisited, and the inspiration came from Shigeo Tsugagi. I have for a diamond is the wild card, and over here I have 6 jokers. Okay, what I'm going to do for a moment, I want to put the 4 of diamond on top of the pack. Now, I'm going to place the jokers on the table one at a time, like so, and the other 3 right here. Let's say this is the La Familia, the family. And we're going to take the wild card and just touch it. Just rub it onto the joker. And you can see the joker now becomes 4 of diamond. Let's take the next 2 cards. Turn them over. And we have 4 more cards that are wild. Let's take 2 more here. Kind of just rub it a little bit. Turn them over. And every card here now, you can see, is wild. The only card that I didn't touch and become wild is the joker to these cards here. But I want you to watch very carefully. As I take the joker, I just touch it. And you can see that every card here now has become wild. And this, my friends, is Wild Time. Okay, this is the handling for Wild Time Revisited. And I want to just say something. Most of my magic is very, very bold, okay? And when you're performing for a camera, the camera is unforgiving, okay? But when you're performing in real life, you're the misdirection, you're looking at people, they're looking at you, you're doing things with your hands. So these effects work in the real end. But on camera, you may see me palming the card or copying the card. And I'll go over what I'm talking about. Anyway, you place a deck in front of you. This is, you'll see why in a second. Now this is the setup. I have 10 cards. 3 jokers. You can use any wild card you want. And the joker, like I said, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 cards. And I'm going to pretend these 10 cards are just 6. Now, I come out with the cards in my hand, and I kind of keep them in a biddle or whatever. Try to hide the fact that you got more than 6 cards in your hand. I put the 4 of diamonds down. Now I'm going to use a Hammond count. And this is what the Hammond count looks like when I do it. I'm going to steal the bottom card and the top card at the same time. So I'm going to count them as 1, 2. Now I'm going to make my switch 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the 7th card. Okay? So I got 7 cards. Now, I show 3 cards like this. Be careful not to expose the 4s. Let's do it again. I show it, and I close up. I maintain a pinky break right here. And as I pick up the 4, I move the deck. I deposit those 3 cards, and I put the 4 here momentarily. That's just a misdirection. And now I show the cards, and this is what I have. 1 joker, and the other 5 cards are the wild cards. Now, I'm going to do a frustration count on the table. Show it like this. You can do it very slowly. Now I turn this over and I do a Leonard Green just to break up the monotony. I do the sweet count, and I did this before in one of the other effects. I'm going to pull from the back, so it looks like I pulled the joker down. Then I'm going to jump here and put this card down last. So I get the impressions that these are all jokers. See, they're not. Okay? Now, I take the first 4 and I rub it like this, and I show it's 2 4s. Now I come over, I just turn these over and show 4s again. I put these 2 down, and I come over, I grab these 2, and I just make a gesture, turn them over, and now I turn 4 cards over. You can really see they're 4, but the last card I put down, I up jog it just a little bit. And I say the only card that I didn't touch to this pile here, to the 4s, as I show it, I come over with my right hand. I'm going to do it exposed first. As I'm showing this, my hand comes over and I pick up that card. Let me do that again. So I'm doing this. I'm coming over. I have the card in like a gambler's cup kind of. Now I put this down. I slide my hand over with the card, slide it over, squeeze together, straighten it out a little bit, snap, and now you see a 4, and I drop a double down, like so, and it shows the card. And to count them, if I want to count them, I'm going to do the hammer. I didn't do it in the performance, but you can buckle, say 1, 2, and just drop it, and you can see 7 cards. Spread them down, and this is Wild Time Revisited. Okay, this is a box sandwich. First of all, I have a spectator name any card in the deck. Let's say spectator names 4 of diamonds. Well, I just look for the 4 of diamonds. Here it is, and I'll look for its mate, the 4 of hearts, right there. 2 cards. Now, the next thing, I have to have a spectator select a card, any card they want. Let's say they select the 9 of spades, and I'm going to have them, of course, sign the 9 of spades right here. Now, I ask spectator, would you please put your hand on that, or your finger on that card, okay? And I'm going to take the 4s, I'm going to load them in this empty box. Now, I take the selected card, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snap it right through the box. Give it a little shake here, pull this out, and in between the 2 4s is the selected card. This is box sandwich. Okay, here's the handling. You pull your cards out of the box, okay? And what I do is I leave the empty box on my right. You have 2 cards selected, whatever it is, a 4 and a 4, 5 and a 5. It doesn't matter. We'll use the 4s in this instant. And the 9 of diamond is the selected card that it's signed. Now, I explained this slide earlier in another effect, but I'll go over it again real quick. It's the scoop move. I'm going to come over underneath, like I showed earlier. Show the 9. Drop it down, and I say, sir, would you please put your hand or finger on it? As I gesture here, I get a break. I throw 1 4 on. I pick up a double right here. As I pick up the box, and now I got the sandwich card there, and I leave this deck in a 45, and I show the box empty. Very important. Now I pick up the supposedly 2 4s. I have the sandwich card in there already, and that goes in the deck. This gets towards me, closed this way. Now I take what they think is their selected card. Now on the demo, because of the table height, I had to drop the card. In other words, this is what I call my snap a dub dub. When I'm going to take the card and make the card disappear, or it goes into the cop position. From here, in the cop as my hand comes down. Now, in performance, I would just take the box and bring it on, and take the box and bring it on the cards like this, and fold this down so you can't see the card. And I would take out the card and show the selected card as I drop the card and the box on the pile. Now the card is ditched. But in the performance, because of the table height, and the camera is not very forgiving when it comes to flashing, I dropped the card on the floor so you wouldn't see the flash. And what I did, the same thing again. Let's put this in the box. The box is this way. Everything is the same. Now don't forget, you have to watch your angles. I'm hitting here, and I'm doing this. As you're coming down, I drop the card. Okay, let me go off camera here for a second and pick this. I picked this up. But in real life, in real time, what I would have did was just hit that, come over with the card box like this, and you have to watch your angle. This is not an easy effect to pull off. Come over and show it, drop this down. Of course, that gets rid of the card on the bottom of the box. So anyway, this is box sandwich. Play around with it, see what you can do, and have some fun with it. It works in the real world, but for camera, it's really, really difficult.